Hi there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bossk Bounty video, and welcome to my review of the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Darth Vader The Dark Times from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. This figure has just been announced on Obi-Wan Wednesday, so if you want to pick this figure up, you can now pre-order him, and links for that are in the description below. But I guess I'm one of the lucky ones to have this figure in hand, and I've got Joel in New Zealand to thank for that. These figures turned up in store in New Zealand, and he was very, very kind enough to help me get hold of these so I can review it for you. So with all that being said, let's take a look at the card back, shall we? Now the card back for this one isn't mind-blowing or anything. It's a decent image of Vader, but it does look a bit photoshopped, I've got to say. But it's still a pretty good card back to go with all the other Vaders that we have. We have Obi-Wan Kenobi logo there, Darth Vader The Dark Times, which always makes me laugh because let's face it, there was never really a light time for Lord Vader. There he is in the bubble. Now I know from the fact of seeing some images online and other reviews that this is going to be an awesome figure. This is going to be the definitive Vader. It looks phenomenal in the bubble there. Cannot wait to get it out of the packaging. So first of all, let's just take a look at the back. VC 241. You can see the other figures from the wave, which you can also pre-order. Links are in the description. Vintage Collection logo there, Disney and Hasbro at the bottom. But enough said about the card back. I just want to get the figure open and take a look. And there he is out of the packaging. And I've got to say, I am so impressed with this figure. This is an unbelievable Darth Vader. And I will compare him against some of the other Vaders so you can just see how good he is, including the Vader that I've always thought was the best Vader that we've had in 3 3/4 inch up until now. This one smashes it out of the park, in my opinion. Just everything about this one is great. The articulation is all there. The sculpt for the helmet is just unbelievable. You can see there that he does have the red tint in his eye, and just some of the paintwork and sculpting that they've got on that helmet, the light just shines off it absolutely perfect. And you'll also see there that I've managed to get him to hold the lightsaber in both hands. He has the hinges at the wrists instead of at the top of the glove, which is something that's always annoyed me about previous Vaders. He has rocker ankles, he has the new hips, he has absolutely everything. The Black Series version of the Darth Vader from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series is a kit bash of another figure now. Fortunately for us that are fans of the Vintage Collection, we have got this all new, brand new sculpted Vader, and it is great. It just looks amazing. I love the soft goods on him, especially the underskirt. It perfectly fits around his legs. It's not all flary. The cape droops really, really well, and it's going to get even better because obviously it's been in the packaging, it's been a bit crumpled up. Once that's been out for a little while, that's going to droop down on the figure even better. But also he comes with these interchangeable hands as well, so you've got this like pointing finger here, and you've got the fist there as well. So you've got the two hands there which hold the lightsaber, and then this one with the pointing and the fist. He also comes with a unlit lightsaber hilt, and for once it has the peg at the top, so that's going to hang down very nicely from his belt, which I will show you in a second. But first of all, I just want to bring in some other Vaders so you can really see how good this one is. Okay then, so I've brought in some other Darth Vaders so that we can have a look at the differences. Now the one on the left hand side, this is the most recent Vader up until now. This is the Rogue One Darth Vader. Now although this is a really good figure, I wasn't overly happy with a couple of things. First of all, it had the plastic underskirt there, which I was never too keen on, even though this version here is a bit baggy underneath. Now this is the 3.75 inch Black Series version. This one is based on his appearance in Revenge of the Sith. This for me was always the best Vader that we had up until now. Also on the Rogue One version, the hinge on the arm was at the glove and not at the wrist, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. Yep, so it swiveled at the glove, which was always something that really annoyed me about this figure, and pilots in general. I always think that the articulation should be at the wrist, and this is what it is on this Vader here. Now up until now, this Vader, as I say, was the best Vader in my opinion. It did have the hinge at the wrist and not at the glove. He even had the rocker ankles, which is good. So this was always a really, really good Darth Vader. Really good sculpt and everything, but now it just gets blown out of the water by this guy right here. So let's take a closer look at the figure. So there he is. The new Darth Vader looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm just going to take the lightsaber out of his hands so we don't get the focus wrong. So there he is. You can see that sculpt of the helmet there. Really, really good. He's got the red eyes. And just the paintwork that they've done on his cheek here to make it reflect. And it's just so, so good. You can see the paint applications there on his chest and on his belt have been done really, really well. There's his underskirt, which has been tapered in, so it looks perfect around his legs there. That's just awesome. As I mentioned, the unlit lightsaber has that little peg there, which can hang on the belt. So we're just going to put that in. And there you go. That looks great, hanging off of his belt. The armour on his shoulders is, again, a soft plastic. So for articulation, that's not going to hinder you in any way either. So we'll just take a look at the articulation of the figure and then we'll change the hands. So the head is on a barbell, so the range of motion that you get is pretty unbelievable for a Darth Vader. That is just, it's just crazy. He has the ball hinge shoulders, elbows, and the hinge at the wrist, as I mentioned. He has a ball at the lower torso there, so you get lots of motion there. He has the new style hips, split at the thighs, the knee joints, again hidden by his armour, which is just fantastic. I love the way they do that. Hinge at the ankle with a rocker. So it's fairly easy to pull his hand out, and you can see that it does have the hinge there, and then we can put the other one in with the pointing finger. Like so. And then obviously you could do the same for this hand with the fist. Okay then, so there he is once again, looking awesome, but this time with the pointy finger. What a fantastic Darth Vader we have now in the Vintage Collection. Truly, truly awesome. Just so you can have a look, here is the lit lightsaber with the detailing on the hilt, which is pretty cool. So there you go then, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this Darth Vader. Do you agree that this is now the definitive Darth Vader in the 3 3/4 inch line in the Vintage Collection? Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like down below, and also thank you to my Patreon supporters and channel members. Your support is greatly appreciated. So thank you all for watching, guys, and we shall see you on the next one.